Since that day you saved my life, I have presumed I knew you. But now, 1,000 letters from your father go unopened, yet one scribbled from your sister changes everything? I didn't even know you had a sister. We are broke, old pal. We can't afford a passage back to your old world, back to your family. Not unless you suddenly remembered what work is. Dynamite fishing? You're serious? Well, the village north is always short on food. Remember when we escaped the pits back when? Here it is. Just get... You do have an eye for opportunity. After all, it's not TNT the locals are short of. Even more roasted fish.
Oh, what the chimichurri was that, Boom?
Still trying to get all the blistered fish.
Ah, that burnt. Here are your tickets. Hurry.
So, this is it. We're leaving paradise behind. You never talked much about family and the like. But you're dead serious about this, aren't you? No matter. I made a vow to defend you. And I don't break an oath. Even if a blind man could see you leap into the deepest pit of dung.
I have never asked anything of you, firstborn. Not when you stole away a tiptoe, leaving the family burden at your little sister's door. Our father is accused of high treason. Dare you to believe it? Will you now stand by, knowing gentle father is indungeoned? It must kill him. Please come home. We need you. Is it really you, dearest sibling? I never dared hope you'd return. Do you remember Bright Sands? Of course you do. We loved it here. It's changed now. The Royal Council support Uncle Edvard. Father barely cold, and he's pulling everything down.
All those houses. You never said how wealthy you were. Why were we selling fish and sleeping in barns?
Never told your friend of Goode and Sons? There is much to be said, but not now. Dear father's funeral begins.
Where have you been? Without you brats, we'll never be done with this obligation.
Looks like Death claimed the wrong brother.
No matter, so few are here, when they are the few he loved most.
Nobody likes a traitor, let alone his tainted offspring. Better make yourself scarce.
We shall, dear sibling, for now. I have acquired a small island with the last of my funds, and passage for all still loyal to father. Together we shall clear his name, or die trying.
Your sister reminds me of you. Must mean new adventures await, old pal.
This is it. Ditchwater. End of the world. I hope you like it quiet.
What? Still here? Establishing a rival company on that disheveled island?
Think of them not as possessions, but as tools.
Let Uncle Edvard scoff. A modest island, yes, but if you're at all like father, you'll look beyond appearances. We must shelter the good, loyal people who have shown solidarity with our family. We need every hand we can get if we are to expunge this debris.
I am a humble servant of Her Majesty, called upon for delicate occasions such as these.
Competitors are now at war.
Call that a storm?
An alliance between competitors has ended. You reached a new milestone.
Do you remain here out of spite? Or is this some futile attempt at competition? As you are so desperate to appear responsible, you'll be pleased to hear the cost of that fantastical funeral falls to you.
Miserly, uncharitable dastard! Picking and choosing what he inherits. Timber, very good. I'll try not to think of the coffin. Father wouldn't have wanted us to sit on our hands while our one prospect was in such a state. See what slander Edvard prints in bright sands.
Samuel's child.
He twists every article in his favour at our and Father's expense.
brings you here, master?
Mourning is eased. Now we have others for company, sibling. It's been a hard day of labor for us all. We should cater to our tired, hungry people. Help enough to demolish the larger ruins. Let's breathe some life into this place.
You reached a new milestone.
It's been a long, hard day. The people need to rest and maybe wet their whistles.
Feels an eternity since the funeral. And the cost! Oh, why, it was extortionate. Repay me now, or sell up.
I feel sick to the stomach.
You can't make better what's already gone.
Your people are recovered and desirous to proceed. Set them to it. We're going to need as much space as we can clear.
How about a cup of coffee? You've been playing for 2 hours.
We'll gather and toast your elf. When do we start again?
Speak to our humble cousin. He writes of a worker riot in Bright Sands. It seems we are not alone in our contempt for Edvard.
We'd rather die than stay.
This city. A life away from Edvard? We're on board. Only we've no ship.
If you pick me, you may have my boat. It's my... Everybody on board? Good.
What? Has your cleft of the family no shame that it now resorts to abducting my workers? The Queen's ambassador himself shall hear of this.
Abduction is a severe accusation.
And if I may, excuse me, a false one. We left Edvard quite willingly.
Pencil polishing popinjay. I should have been rid of you long ago.
I see nothing criminal. A bit of interfamilial bickering is only natural, and hardly a matter for the crown. And as for you, I have quite forgotten my manners. Sir Archibald Blake, ambassador and confidant to the Queen. Despite the circumstances, Her Majesty and I were pleased to hear of your return. Your father's death was a tragedy. We regret he never had the chance of a fair trial.
The real tragedy here is the vast funeral bill that goes unpaid, while this brat is living the life of O'Reilly.
Sadly, your uncle has indeed alerted me to some floating liabilities. I fear you have no choice but to settle them if I am to grant you your crown shipping license.
Edvard registered the debt officially.
Don't worry. That old tyrant can't hold us back anymore.
Indeed. Once my letterpress is up and running, the truth will come back to haunt Edvard. For your hospitality, please use my ship howsoever you may wish.
Now that sounds like good news.
As to the debt, my hands are tied, but it may warm Her Majesty's heart to see a new enterprise taking shape.
Maybe Edvard will try to prevent us owning a shipyard, but for now, let's at least house those workers.
When will you show your... Ready to repay my charity? Don't think you're finished, brat. Tell me.
Is there no limit to Uncle's...
Tell me you've managed... Bah, black sheep. Have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 4 bags full.
With several passionate young reporters enlisted, our publishing house is already well underway. Our editorial section is sure to grow along with your city. We are fine-tuning the first issue as we speak.
You have father's fortitude. These people will follow you as they once followed him.
You reached a new milestone.
Your worthless rags have barely covered anything. Now, bring me sails. It's not like you have any use for them.
Clearly, Uncle's intention is to keep us from ever owning a shipyard.
We're taking every care.
Spread some happiness with it.
On every street corner in no time. Really, entirely marvelous to meet you. And that we may show truth, or anything, actually, in our broadsheet.
I know you're busy, but I've a favour to ask.
I'm happy as a sandboy. Will you work your magic for us? What we do so love to see. Spill the sauce. Not bad for a big boss. We've run out of cabins.
Not worth reading in the meantime.
Everyone should work for their corn. Get out there. Make your case.
Sweet as a spring meadow.
You've got something for me. That took no small amount of courage.
You're flourishing.
Commerce and industry can haul Goode and Sons back from the grave.
I know you're busy.
A competitor raised a settlement.
You will not spoil my plans with your tardiness.
Ah, yes, the bright young sapling. Duty done. Time for a kip. The royal seal upon it.
Where are my sails? Nothing you do will lift the cloud. Haven't seen a prison transport of mine, have you? If you do, be sure to return any salvage to me.
A competitor raised a settlement. Your city has grown more beautiful.
Saved? Do you also then save us from a grievous injustice? Edvard's charges against us are pure fabric.
A letter. It bears Edvard's seal.
Don't even think about sheltering Samuel's co-conspirators. Deliver them to prison.
It cannot be. These names are those father trusted most. Barristers, doctors, academics.
Open the letter. He's...
However much we despise Uncle Edvard, it's...
He certainly knows how to silence his critics.
What is it you are bringing? Did he really? Oh dear. Best leave these poor people with me. I will tell Edvard that the debt between you is quite settled.
That was none of your business. And what right has the Crown to meddle in my accounts? What right?
We are, all of us, quite moved by your selfless actions. Your father would be proud.
I am so relieved our legitimacy is no longer in question. Hurry! I already smell the tar. See, the masts are swaying from Father's study.
How do you feel to be a salmon leaping upriver?
Our city's historic first shipyard. We must document this moment in our first edition.
Proper job.
A perfect snapshot to illustrate history in the making.